Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV Ultima. This is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy IV for the Super Nintendo. It's been a lot of fun. We are on episode 19, and we are making our way through the final dungeon of the game now. I don't know if we will reach the final boss today. I really don't know how many changes have been made to this final dungeon. I know that there's a lot of content that's been added to it. So I don't know if we'll make it all the way through that, but we'll try. We'll see what we can do. Hello to all of the folks that are in my chat. I see we've got a whole bunch of people. Trial Fan, Dancer, Lydia, Heathen, Raze, welcome in. It is always good to see Raze. Raze is a contributor to the Wobble Rocket blog, who writes reviews of solo RPGs, and we have published a lot of reviews for really great solo RPGs thanks to Raze. So big thank you to him for all of that. Trial Fan said, y'all, I ordered vanilla iced coffee today and they gave me chocolate. Oh no. All right, we are going to go ahead and hop into our game. I don't really have anything to show off today. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do have something to show off. The other day, I had my monthly book club, and we had an author named Bob Magoo come to our book club. He is local to Alabama, and he writes the Redemption of Howard Marsh series, which is about a redneck meth head wizard, and it is about as fun as it sounds. It is really great book. It's really hilarious. But Bob Magoo also writes. He's also a tabletop gamer. He writes indie tabletop RPGs. So subscribers to my Wobble Rocket newsletter are going to get some discounts on five indie RPGs that he's created, and they are really fun. There's one that kind of repaints football culture as like this dark cult and all that kind of stuff. It's really fun. So I do have a couple things to show off. Here is his logo and a postcard that I got, and I really love the deer. It's the deer skull actually plays into the first Redemption of Howard Marsh book, and he's actually got a QR code on the back here and the URL for his website. So I'm gonna hold that up for a second. If you need to, you can pause the stream if you want to scan that QR code, or just go to the URL. It's really cool stuff. Yes, Lydia was there at book club as well, and she got to talk to Bob. So it's really neat stuff. I really enjoyed it. I actually bought the Omnibus, which is a collection of like the first 6 books in the series, I think. Ray says, hello Wobble, you're privileged to be my background drawing video today. What are you drawing today, Rays? Stone Homie, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and get into Final Fantasy IV Ultima. My allergies are all stirred up today for some reason. I need to use a cabin before we move on. How's the audio and everything today, guys? I've had some trickiness the last couple of streams dialing in my audio settings. Not really sure what's going up with that. Okay, so we completed all of those, so I think now we need to move up this way. Trial fan, bump your audio on microphone. Okay. It's my audio on the microphone is about maxed out. You just need to increase the volume on your device. Ray says drawing stick figure spy operatives for a short upcoming tabletop project. It's proven trickier than I thought. Hey, we got another god hand for Yang. I think I'm gonna keep the dragon equipped though, the dragon claw, because there's a lot of dragons down here in the underground. That's not where we want to go yet. I think that leads to the Lunar Core, but there's another doorway off to the left that we want to go to first. Lydia says, I am magic. What kind of magic are you? Trialfan said last night's stream was wild. It really was. We had we maxed out at 402 viewers on my Castlevania Symphony of the Night stream. That's the most that I've ever had on any stream that I've done. Although I only gained 1 subscriber, and then I woke up this morning and that subscriber, I guess, had unsubscribed again. So I'm still back to where I was. It is what it is. Oh, I guess we've already been this way. It took us in a weird loop, I guess. I don't know. Stone Homie said I got brutalized in Dead by Daylight. We won the last 2 rounds though, so it wasn't all bad. I have still never played Dead by Daylight. Lydia said I told you to say like and subscribe, Bobble. I did say like and subscribe several times. That doesn't necessarily mean that people will do it. They have to really, really enjoy the things that you are doing. I have a feeling that if I said like and subscribe 100 times in a row, people would really quickly turn off my video. Because that seems like it would get annoying really quick. Now, what we really had last night, we had a phenomenal chat. We were talking about like classic movies. Oh, I guess this is just like a big old loop. Okay, that makes sense. We were talking about classic movies and the chat was popping. I almost couldn't keep up with it. Which is funny because we started off with like Weird Al, and that led to talking about the movie UHF, which led to talking about 80s and 90s movies, which led to talking about video game movies. It was kind of this we owe everything to Weird Al, is basically what I'm saying. I did mention last night too that after we finish up Final Fantasy IV Ultima, what I'm probably going to end up doing is our next big game is going to be Final Fantasy VI T Edition, which is a ROM hack for Final Fantasy VI. What we are probably going to do between the end of this stream and the start of that one is I'll probably do a couple of like Super NES platformers. We may play some Mega Man X. We may play Super Castlevania 4, some things like that. We'll do just a couple of episodes of that, and those will be on Saturday evenings, because I want to try out a Saturday evening time slot. So far, it seems like my evening time slots are performing a lot better than the daytime time slots. And I know that sucks for some people, because for some of my viewers, mornings are kind of more the times when they can access my streams. But at the same time, it's like, for the growth of the channel, I need to put my efforts where they're going to be the most effective, you know. Of course, the great thing about YouTube is that as soon as my streams are over, there is a video of the replay, and it's automatic, so there's nothing that has to be done. So you can always catch up on my streams if you miss one for whatever reason. Lydia says, yeah, y'all keep telling me movies that I should add to my movie watch list that someone will have to write out for me. Stonehomie says, you were supposed to be taking notes, Lydia. Stonehomie said, sucks for you because you don't get to spend as much time with me. I'm sorry, Stonehomie. Ye from the blue planet think to wield the blade of black. Alright, let's see what kind of boss fight we got here. Pogo Pogo! Ouch. Pogo Pogo is mean. I think I just screwed myself up. Screwed myself up because I did Light Veil, which means that all of my people have wall, which means that I can't cure them with Rosa. So I need to use potions. Ray says, I've seen the YouTube shorts. You really going to give up Stonehomie, the golden goose, at clippable moments? The great thing is that that was an evening stream and Stonehomie was still watching, so I don't think he's going to give me up quite as much as he says he's going to. Stonehomie said the short with the pig butt is my favorite YouTube short ever. Considering how much censorship Nintendo did in the NES and Super NES era, it's really kind of surprising that the pig butt in Star Tropics made it through. Right, we got the Masamune. Masamune, depending on how you say it. Which is actually a downgrade from... There we go, that's better. Evil Mask. Stone Homie said if they didn't want it highlighted, they wouldn't have included it in the game. I'm excited. We're going to play Star Tropics again tomorrow for Sunday Night NES. I usually don't repeat games for Sunday Night NES, but I really enjoyed that one. We made a lot of progress, and I want to see how far we can get in it. That'll be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's funny how in this ROM hack, because of the way they've got the new bosses scaling, like the behemoths used to be very difficult fights. And because of the scaling of like the new items and new abilities and things like that, they're really not that big of a threat anymore. Which is kind of odd. Void Stone. That's okay, they can put up walls. Ultima and Bahamut, ignore them. Stone's Homie says, be right back, I'm gonna go make a bagel. Bring me one, please. I like bagels. Mega Flare. Of course, you also make you deal considerably more damage with Rosa and Rydia's basic attacks, because in the base game, they're pretty much only useful for offense through their magic spells. Rydia didn't do much damage on that one, but like the flare hammer that we have on Rosa is very powerful. So she does a lot more damage with her basic attacks than she usually does. All right, guys, I got a question for you. What is your least favorite vegetable? Stonehome Games, hello, hello. Stonehome Games says Brussels sprouts, easy. I actually like Brussels sprouts. I started learning how to roast them, and I think they're really good roasted. Although there's a really fun fact about Brussels sprouts. If you ate them like 20 years ago and you didn't care for them, they have been breeding Brussels sprouts to be less bitter. And so they have a lot more of a sweetness to them when they're roasted. So the Brussels sprouts that were on the market like 20 years ago are a lot different than the ones that are available now. I actually tried to grow Brussels sprouts once. They didn't turn out very well. Trial Fan says beets. Yeah, I don't really care for beets. I'm not wild about them. In fact, I don't really know if I've eaten anything that had beets in it that I really cared for. Stone Game says Brussels sprouts taste like feet smell. Lydia also says Brussels sprouts. Praise says eggplant, sweet potato, pumpkin, turnips. I've never had Brussels sprouts. I like eggplant okay. Sweet potato, I'm not wild about, but I will eat it. Trial Fan says, what are your thoughts on okra? I like okra. I like it fried. I mean, that's, I'm from Alabama, so that's kind of like a staple for us down here. I also like it in sort of like Cajun stew type stuff. Race says, do mushrooms count? You don't like mushrooms, Race? How do you not like mushrooms? Mushrooms are amazing. I'm gonna revoke your blog privileges. Sweet potatoes too, they taste weird to me, says Lydia. Oh, we got the Thor hammer. Let's see if the Thor hammer is better than the flare hammer. Trial Fan says in gumbo wobble. I do like gumbo, and I mean you gotta have okra in gumbo. Flare hammer is still better than the Thor hammer. Grace says the texture is bad. Are you one of those that like texture is more important than taste when it comes to food? Grace says, Wobble, please don't fire me. I'm not gonna fire you, Grace. I was joking. I can't really fire you. I don't pay you. I wish I could. Maybe one day I'll have enough money to pay you, Grace. Trial Fan says, I like fried yellow summer squash. Yes. Oh my gosh. You take like summer squash and fry it with some onions and bacon. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Ray says both kinda, but the texture will make me more nauseous. I think trying to think about what my least favorite would be. Beets probably, because but I don't really encounter beets all that often. I'm not particularly wild about black olives, but I like them on pizza. But like I don't really care for olives on other things. Like I won't just eat olives out of a jar or anything like that. I have so much stuff in my inventory. Ugh. What can I get rid of? I gotta ditch some stuff. I guess we'll ditch the tents. I don't even have enough room in my inventory. Lydia says, I love edamame. Yes, I like edamame too. Edamame is really, really, really good. Ray says, you pay me in wobble dollars. Trial Fan says, what was dinner last night? What did I have for dinner? I think I made a quesadilla for dinner. What else can I ditch? Guess we can get rid of the shadow stuff. Stone Homie says, we had McDonald's. Lydia said, I think my dinner was 15 bean soup. Ray says, meat pie and cucumber salad. Okay, let's see here. We can send a couple of these things to there. Grab that, that. I can ditch these into the inventory. Drew Makes, welcome in. Trial Fan says, I can't do cucumbers. Evidently, I'm semi-allergic. Huh. I knew somebody who was allergic to tomatoes, which is apparently really difficult to work around because tomatoes are in so much stuff. Alright, there we go. Got our inventory sorted out. Trial Fan said, I had taco salad, heavy on the salad part. Aldi organic salsa. That sounds good. Trial Fan says pickles are okay. Huh. It must be something about the fermentation process, I guess, because it seems odd that you would be... I'll get over there. Seems odd that you would be allergic to cucumbers, but not to pickles. This is a weird fight. Let's see what we can do here. Ray says, oh man, Trial, that's rough. Cucumbers get a bad rap for being bland, but they're my safe veg along with potatoes, although not together. Stone Homie says, allergic to cherries. I need to take out a couple of these defenders, I think. Lydia says, I'm allergic to nothing. I haven't found any foods that I'm allergic to. Trial Fan says, where do you guys buy groceries? Aldi salsa is really good. Unfortunately, I usually order my groceries from Walmart. Although we are getting couple of Aldis in the area, so I will probably start trying to go there. I used to shop at Aldi when I lived in Central Alabama. Grace says, I'm allergic to either mango or tapioca, but unwilling to figure out which. I guess you could go to an allergist and get tested, but that can be, depending on, you know, depending on where you get your health care from, that can be expensive. I don't know how I get to some of these spots. I guess maybe it comes back up. We'll see. Stun Homie says we do Walmart and Aldi and the Dollar General. Yeah, there's a Dollar General up the road from where I live, and I end up there quite a bit. So I actually can't go into Walmart anymore because they changed the lighting in my local Walmart, and the lighting causes me seizures now. So when I get groceries, I have to order them. Stonehome Game says Piggly Wiggly is still around. Yeah, we have one in my town. That's that deep south shopping right there. Hyperion. Already got a Hyperion. All right, let's see. What's this guy? Like it's gonna be a boss fight. Ooh, AI Mark 1, Attacker and Defender. Top one is the Defender. Take it out so it stops healing the AI Mark 1. That implies that there is an AI Mark 2. There you go. Alright. See if we can finish this. Stonehomie says we all knew AI would do us in at some point. Ain't that the truth? Ultima will probably kill the attackers. Hopefully that this guy doesn't have like some kind of weird super attack. Oh, yeah, he does. He has Globe 199. There we go. Trial Fan said, yep, good old Piggly Wiggly. My uncle was a butcher there when I was a kid. Look out! Why did we suddenly turn into Rydia? And then we turn back to ourselves. Okay. Stonehome Games says, Lydia, everyone was throwing movies at you. What do you recommend we all watch? Okay, that is a good question. give this to Rydia, boost her health just a little bit. Stonehomie says it has to be one none of us have seen. She doesn't know what movies we've seen though. That's hard to justify. Okay, do we go up or down? Let's go up. The swift blade of air is faster than any mortal can handle, and I don't intend on giving it up to the likes of you. Fatal Eye. That's okay, we've fought several of these guys. They do this terrible little condemn thing. That's weird. If you're backwards, the condemn status reverses the numbers. Lydia says Nimona. I don't think I've even heard of that one. Home Games says Nimona has been on my watch list. What is Nimona about? Great thing about this condemn ability is if you are already condemned and they condemn you again, it resets the timer. Although it looks like Yang is about done. Unless he gets off his kick in time. Homie said, a knight is framed for a crime he didn't commit. And the only person who could help him prove his innocence is Nimona, a shape-shifting teen who might also be a monster he's sworn to kill, according to the internet. That sounds good. Trial Fan said someone needs to wake up Kayla, Bowsette, and Cass. Cass is awake. I talked to Cass earlier this morning. Gain the Tempest Sword. Which is actually a downgrade for us, so I'll not be using it. That'd probably be great if we were using Edge. I probably should have healed. Oh, it's the movers. These guys we fought in the Giant of Babil, and they totally wrecked us a couple times. That didn't do anything. Trial Fan said, I don't do anime. What should I watch to change my mind? Anything by Studio Ghibli. Something like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle. Any of those would be a great starting point. There are like some things that these movers just take 1 damage from, and that's weird. Okay, we got one of them. That means the others should be... There we go. Got him. Don't Homie said my first anime was Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll is pretty gruesome. Stonehome Games says delicious in dungeon if you enjoy D&D. I haven't watched that one yet. Got the Magus Rod. Is an overall downgrade. One of the things that I'm a little not wild about in the ROM hack is you kind of max out your stats with gear pretty early. And so when you're going through this final dungeon, you're getting a lot of gear, but a lot of it is not super useful. Lydia said my first anime was The Last Airbender, which is really, really good. Yes, The Last Airbender is really fun. Chikori, hello, how are you doing? All right, who we got here? I loathe this righteous sword of light, and I'll stop you with every ounce of my spirit from wielding it. It's a spirit. Actually, 3 spirits. Ow. That does a lot of damage. Trial fan, have you seen The Last Airbender? Corey said, I'm doing better. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm tired this morning. I streamed kind of late last night. And so doing a stream at night and then doing another one in the morning is a little bit rough, but... Ooh, there we go. The X potion. Sometimes said the ending of season 1 of Korra was the greatest thing I've ever seen in a kid's show. Gained Lightbringer, which is probably a weapon for Paladin Cecil. I don't think anybody can actually equip it right now. Sword immersed in holy. Run back here real quick. Another cabin. Crowdfan, did you watch the Last Airbender movie or did you watch the TV series? Stonehome Games says, anyone here a fan of social deduction games like Mafia or Werewolf? Been thinking of running a Blood on the Clock Tower game. Trial fan, you need to watch the animated series. It is so much better than the movie. The movie is a very, very pale comparison to the animated series. Stonehome, I played Werewolf. I played it a couple of times. I don't think I've ever played Mafia. I do like those kind of games, though. I'm not familiar with Blood on the Clock Tower, though. Ray says, I played Blood on the Clock Tower. Good fun, especially with the massive 11-person group we had. Trial fan said, bombed out at yard sales today, but got the girl jewelry and books. I mean, jewelry and books still sounds like a pretty good find. Plague and Artemis. Kind of hate that these things keep turning up as rear assaults. The good thing about this ROM hack is if your characters are in the back row, normally in Final Fantasy IV, it cuts their damage down by like 30% or something. And in this ROM hack, and they still do full damage, but it decreases their accuracy, which is not really a big deal at this level because their accuracy is so high that they really don't miss most of the time anyway. Oh wow, there's a lot of Artemises. We're gonna have to step this one up. Instead of attacking, we need to be using our big damage abilities. I didn't realize there were that many. Oh, that countdown is fast. I wonder if Hyde will save us. Oh, that's mean. He uses condemn and then he uses fast, which probably makes the timer go faster. This might be the end right here. Gang can get off. Okay, there we go. It's not terrible then. So if I can get a life 2 on Edward, then he can salve a life potion and heal everybody back up. That was a little bit hairy there for a second. At this level, like, Cure 4 really doesn't even heal that much. Do a blood feast. Where did my blood feast go? There it is. That should give some healing to everybody. Stoneham Games says you have a group of people with roles that give clues. There's a demon among you, and you need to find them. Home Game says in Blood on the Clock Tower, unlike Werewolf or Mafia, everyone gets to play the whole time. When you're dead, you still get to participate. That's good. That was the thing that I didn't care for quite so much in Werewolf is you can kind of get stuck to a point where you're just kind of sitting there watching. There's ghost rules and votes and stuff. That sounds really neat. Got an Artemis bow, which I think we already have. Maybe not. Stonehome says there's a storyteller that runs it, and you go through day and night cycles of nominating who you think is evil, and at night the evil character kills good character. Okay. Lydia says there's a game on Roblox called Werewolf. That's probably the same, based on the same Werewolf card game. Werewolf is similar. It's you play characters in a village, and one of the characters is a werewolf, and you basically have to try to decide who the werewolf is out of the entire group. Whereas the werewolf player has to try to off everybody else before they get caught. Ray says, my first time playing, I was the demon and accidentally got one of my helpers caught because I was terrible at lying. Yeah, it's one of those... That style of game are the type that are really fun if you have a good poker face, because you can kind of bluff people into different things. That's a good question. What are your favorite board games? One of my favorites, I think it's called Mall of Horror. It's, I don't think it's even in print anymore, but it was a game where you are in a shopping mall that is being overrun by a zombie apocalypse. And each room of the like each store in the mall can hold a certain number of survivors, and everybody moves simultaneously and tries to run to one of the rooms. So it kind of is sort of like musical chairs almost. But if you end up, if a bunch of people end up at the same room, they have to decide who to vote out if the number of people in the room is full up. And basically, there are a certain number of zombies that spawn in front of each room, and you have to, like, if the hair salon can hold 2 survivors and there are 3 survivors there, then they have to decide who they're going to vote out from it. And there's all kinds of other mechanics, like you have cards that can decrease the number of zombies, or you can one of the rooms has security cameras so you can see where the zombies are going to go. All kinds of different stuff. It's really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. Lydia says, do card games count? Yes, card games do count. Trail Fan says, what's that game name again, Wobble? I want to say it was called Mall of Horror. I played it back in college, so it's been a long time. At the Crescent's Horn, there lies a hidden path to the Sword of Power. Lydia says Dinosaur Tea Party. I don't think I've played that one. Sushi Go is a really fun card game. And what is it? Super Bug Slap? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Stone Homie says such a dramatic death for such a mundane mob. Yeah, it really is. Who are you? You're too late. I've got your friends handled just beyond here. That being said, you're next. Uh-oh. Zemus. Pop an E-mantle. Yang coming in with a 16,000 damage. Ralph says, what's the weather where you are today? I have not been outside, so I don't know what the weather is. It has been off and on, like cloudy and rainy all week. I think it might be, it looks like it might be sunny out there. I usually have the window, like the shades open, but I don't have them open right now, so. Dunhamy said by friends, did he mean Fusoya and Golbez? Because we aren't even that close. Yeah, it could be. Okay, what's he doing? So he's doing fast and wall on himself. X. Come on, Yang. Snap out of it. Stone Game says rain, Ray says cold. There we go. Yang finally snapped out of being stopped. This guy's got a pretty chunky health bar. Grace says too cold. I don't know, but my hands are numb. Grace, remind me, are you in Australia or New Zealand? Australia. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Zemus must have used them to stall us. Tonami says it's nice here. Might have to sit outside for a bit after I'm done house cleaning. Grace says, our houses are terrible. It's like 5 degrees colder inside during winter than outside. Gomez! Fusoya! Io! So the game controls this part, like, I don't actually have any inputs. Demolish. So Homie said they should have fused first. No, Cast Meteo! I'm ready! Ools! This is only the beginning. He defeated him. It's a pity. He was consumed with evil and couldn't use his powers for good. Right on! Oh, you're here. Man, I wanted to get Zemus. Cecil. Oh no. We are the absolute darkness, the product of Zemus's hatred. We are Zeromus. We are animosity. Oop. Death only made Zemus's loathing surge. Zemus, no, Zeromus, I'll send you back to where you belong. Be gone! It's no use. Use the crystal. You, son of dark, cannot draw out the crystal's power. None can stop me now. Oh crap, they got meteored. Suffer and perish. Our hate will last until we destroy all. It's your turn. Enter our darkness. No, Cecil. Zeromus has become too powerful. Are you certain you can defeat it? I can warp everyone out and then regroup. Treat for now? We say yes or no? That's new. Really don't want to have to go through this whole dungeon again. Say no. Wait, what? Is that the wrong answer? Oh, I guess not. Elder! They're in trouble. I know. Now is the time to pray for Earth's future. Come, let us send our prayers to Cecil. Honey, concentrate, do your best, and smash them. Dad, everyone, please come back alive or I'll kill you. Rosa, Cecil, protect your friends and everyone on Earth. Please be safe. For Mother Earth. Rise. You're our last hope. Sir Cecil. Let your divine powers vanquish the evil. Divine Moon, answer our prayers. All right, everybody, thoughts and prayers. See if we can win this. Golbez. Cecil, use this. Receive the crystal. And take this. Received Ultima 2. Zeromus, for all those living on Earth, I will vanquish you. We got a whole 1 hit point. Cecil. Here's our power. Stonehome says only the fate of the world at stake. No big deal. It's Tella. Aww. Don't give up. You feel energy welling. Sid and Kane. Do your best. Stonehome says turned out it was a ghost story the whole time. Hang in there. You feel a warm power. All right, guys, we're getting hyped up for the end here. Last boss fight. You thought it was about aliens. Moon, bless them. Cecil, let your sacred power be with the crystals. Ray says the boss quietly waiting for the parade to be over. Zeromus, it's the end! Lydia says, Wobble, you can do it because if you die, I'll laugh. Oh, crap. I used item instead of salve there. Oops. Zeromus changed shape. Grr. Erg. Da-da-da. Donami says Zeromus has issues with stability too. Mega Flare. But he says, why bro look like that? Because he's the final boss of a Final Fantasy game. They always look crazy. Nuke. Guess we should have used a light veil. Big bang. Ooh, that's a flashy ability. Ray says, grooving to the battle music. Stonehomie says, they're on the moon and he's an alien. Yeah. Stonehomie says, do you think the other Lunarians look like this when exposed to the crystal? I don't know, we should use it on Fusoya. Carl Fan says, too flashy, he looks like a weird sea creature. Heal Cecil. Lydia says, bro looks like a chicken exposed to radiation. I guess he kind of does a little bit. If you're new to the channel, the reason that I look away with that is I have photosensitive epilepsy, and that attack in particular is very, very flashy. Oh, Cecil croaked. Stonehomie said you could have a final boss that spams Ultima and you chose to have it cast Bio instead. Odd choice. Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI have a bad tendency of having final bosses that are not as difficult as they should be. That's it, folks. Lydia says, bye, chicken monster. Y'all smash that like button because we have beaten Final Fantasy IV Ultima. Zeromus' hatred runs deep. We must completely destroy it once and for all, shall we? Yes, we shall. Everyone, let's do this! Wait, there's more? There's more! Oh, there's more! There's a whole nother boss fight! Oh, we ain't done yet, folks. Tornado? Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I don't like tornado. So he said premature hype, y'all. Oh, there goes Yang. All right, this might be the real final boss fight, because this one's already shaping up to be a little bit tougher. Sonomi said, why is there a little person trapped in its torso? Luke. Stonomi said, where'd the sword come from? Maybe the sword is made of, like, bone or something. It looks like it's made out of the same stuff as his legs. Look, you cannot question the appearance of a Final Fantasy end boss. They are all sorts of messed up. Every bit of messed up that you can imagine. Let's do fight. Lydia says, why that person looked like Moana? What? There we go. All right. Is that the final boss? Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. We will not perish as long as there is evil in the hearts of people. Buff. Sonomi said, what do you think the EG in his name stands for? Extra goobered. Lydia says endgame. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Well done. Had no idea humans had such power. You're much more evolved than Lunarians thought. Sure enough. But Zeromus' last words. As long as there is evil in the hearts of people, the evil in our minds will never truly vanish. We all possess light and dark sides, just as there are two sets of crystals and two sets of worlds. But as long as evil exists, so does good, just as the good of your hearts fought Zeromus. Right on. It's hard to believe Zemus didn't end up using you, buddy. Ah, as if. Good is my middle name. I must return to my slumber. What will you do? Go into Disney World. We'll go back to Earth. There are people waiting for us. I see. You were great allies. I look forward to seeing how humanity evolves. May I join you? I can never go back considering what I've done. Besides, I'd like to meet my father's people. If you wish, but it will be a very long sleep. I understand. I'm sorry, Cecil. I know you can never forgive or forget my actions. I caused you such pain. We must go now. May your lives be long and healthy. Trial fans that I had to take care of a kid emergency and I missed it. Oh no. Starlomi says, congrats, you win a morality lecture. Let us go, Theodora. Yes. It's your last chance, Cecil. Say something. Goodbye. Cecil. Goodbye, Theodore. My brother. Thank you, brother. Dun dun dun. That's all. Golbaz lore. One born from a dragon's mouth, hoisting both light and dark, rises high up in the sky over the still land, veiling the moon in the light of eternity. He brings a promise to Mother Earth with bounty and mercy, and thus the moon shall begin its quest to seek a light of its own. So Nomi says, turns out the real adventure was inside us all along. All right, folks, like I said, we are going to do a couple of short Super NES streams on Saturdays following this. So put your recommendations for what game you want to see in the comments. I'm looking for specifically like platformers, things like that, things that are not going to be really long runs. We'll do like probably 2 episodes of that before we start with Final Fantasy VI Edition. So if there is a Super NES game that you are really interested in, put that in the comments and we'll see about playing it. Let's start today's lesson. Not again, I'll go fetch him. I missed the first part of that. Lydia says Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars is a good one. It was then I cast ice to douse the flames. Ow! Leave Leonora alone. Elder's waiting for you. Stonemy says, let's make him play Aladdin. I actually like the Aladdin game. It's very difficult, but I do enjoy it. How many times do I have to tell you not to skip lessons? Extra homework for you. Please, no. Ha! Serves you right. And further, your highness lacks the self-awareness of being successor to the throne. Yeah. And you must cease your incessant skirt chasing. Okay. Honestly, sire. Stonehomie says time for everyone to discover the magic of Lester the Unlikely. It's already done, believe it or not. Man, Rydia. Trying to read chat and trying to read the ending of this game at the same time. Your Highness. Ralphan says, geez, these people are long-winded. Yeah, there's a really long ending sequence here. I hadn't expected her to return here. Indeed. Why don't you have fangs like us, Rydia? Are we different? Nope, there's nothing different between us. It'll sure be fun around here. Yes, she's quite an amazing girl. In the end, it's the inside that counts. Right, Cecil? Stonehomie says, what SNES games don't I want you to play? Stop calling me that. You're a queen now. You know I hate formal stuff. Anyway. Oh, you're right. Time for training. Yeah, Yang becomes the king of Fabule. Let's go! Hiya! Brittany, hello! Welcome in. You have missed the ending. Well, actually you haven't missed the ending. We're in the middle of the ending right now. We defeated the final boss. King Edward! Sing us the Paladin song again. Let's finish today's work for... Don't you want to rebuild our castle? Okay, it's a promise. Stonehomie said it was a lady in a crab costume. You see me, Anna? I'll help the people of Damcian for us. Pella, please keep her company. Ollie-ho! Work hard. Rebuild our castle as fast as possible. Your Majesty, we're out of materials. Scrap the tanks. There won't be another war. Surely there won't. Brittany says, well, I've been busy cleaning the kitchen and junk. I need to do some cleaning after the stream's over. Actually, I heard Cecil will ascend the Baron throne with Rosa as his queen. Stonehomie said, I don't think Edward died a single time in that final dungeon. He didn't, because Edward is the best character in Final Fantasy IV. Stonehomie said he could have given us one last Edward for old time's sake. Lally-ho! You can see Kane without his helmet. Cecil, Rosa. Forgive my absence. I must strengthen myself as a true dragoon before going back. Till then. Oh. What? The moon. Have the moon just randomly leaves Earth and somehow doesn't cause mass damage across the globe. Gravitational mechanics don't work in Final Fantasy IV. What's wrong? It's nothing, love. Sure? You look wonderful. Rain says this is the length of the ending I wanted from the Mist series. Instead, all I got is a thank you, now go away. You have plenty of time later to spend together, Your Majesty. You've known me as Rosa for years, and I don't expect you to change that now. Okay, Rosa, the bride needs makeup, the maids are waiting, hurry up! It's been a while since we've seen everyone, I'm so excited! Heard my brother. He said, farewell. And everybody waves. Trial Fan says Princess Diana's wedding was shorter, but this game was a lot of fun. Very true. All right, that is the end of Final Fantasy IV Ultima. So technically, there is more content in this game. There are a handful of super bosses that you cannot beat even at level 99. And after completing what we've completed, you unlock a new game plus, which means you can go back through the entire game all over again and continue leveling up. It increases the level cap to 149, I think. We are not going to stream New Game Plus at this time. What I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to play New Game Plus on my own. What we may end up doing, I may get to a point where once I get ready for some of those super bosses, we may do that as like a bonus stream way down the line. I don't really know. I'm excited to move on from Final Fantasy IV Ultima, however. So what I'm going to do, let's see here. We're going to start a poll. Let's see, we'll do Aladdin. What were the other recommendations? Aladdin, Star Wars. I'm gonna put some of my own choices on here. All right, so I'm gonna start a poll. You guys pick what you think I should play for the next stream. That is going to be next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it will be an evening stream. It's not going to be this daytime time slot. I'm gonna try out the evening time slot because my other evening times have done really, really well, and I want to see how that performs in the evening. So drop your answers in the poll, and then that will decide what I decide to play next Saturday. We'll probably do 2 of those streams where I play just sort of random games, and then we will start with Final Fantasy VI T Edition, which is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy VI for the Super NES. It came out, the original Final Fantasy VI came out a couple years after this game that we just finished up. The graphics are a little bit better. It's got a great storyline. It's got a lot of really cool characters. Plays very similar, but has some distinct differences from Final Fantasy IV. The ROM hack, the T Edition ROM hack, is very similar to this one, I think. It keeps the base storyline intact, but it adds a whole bunch of new content, so I'm really excited to try it. Ray says, that ending was so long, I finished my stick figure and drew a whole logo for their organization. Heathen says, great stream, Wobble. Thank you guys so much for joining in with me. Let's see what our poll is looking like. All right, I'm gonna give you guys another minute or two to get your votes in. Coming up, we have Sunday Night NES. That is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We are going to continue with Star Tropics. If you missed the first Star Tropics stream, you can check out the replay of it on my channel. We're going to continue with that tomorrow night. I'm really excited for it. I really enjoy that game so far. It's the first time I've ever played Star Tropics. We had a great time with it last Sunday, and so I'm really looking forward to continuing with it. Stone Homie says the key difference with Final Fantasy VI T Edition is the substantial lack of Edward. That's true. Edward is not in it. So it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and end this poll. It looks like Mega Man X is the winner. So we will be playing Mega Man X next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This has been a wonderful journey these 19 weeks. And, you know, looking forward to the next one. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend.